Okay, looking at evaluating the trigonometric expression of cosine of 10 pi thirds. So we want the exact value, so that means we're not going to type in a calculator and get that answer. We're going to see what it actually means to have cosine of 10 pi thirds. So we want to look at the reference angle first. So we have 10 pi thirds. And so if you want to, you can turn this into degrees if you want to look at degrees, but we know that this is 0, this would be pi, all the way around would be 2 pi, right? So what am I counting this by? What am I taking pi in? I'm counting it into thirds, right? I'm counting it thirds, so my reference angle would be pi thirds. So I want to find cosine of pi thirds, which is a 60-degree angle, okay? And so if I draw my 30, I guess I'll go this way, 60, 30 triangle, we know across from the 90 is our hypotenuse, which is 1 because we're on the unit circle. Okay, across from the 30 is 1/2, and across from the 60 is √3/2. So if I'm looking at cosine of pi thirds, that means I'm looking at the same thing as cosine of 60 degrees, right? Because this is 180. So if I'm dividing by 3, that means this would be 60, because 60 plus 60 plus 60 would be 180, right? Okay, so if I'm looking at what cosine is, well, cosine is adjacent, right? So that would be the x value. So it's down here. So that'd be 1/2. So this is 1/2. But I want 10 pi thirds. So that means I could count thirds. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, 4/3, 5/3, 6/3, 7/3, 8/3, 9/3, 10/3. So I'm in the third quadrant down here. And cosine is negative in the third quadrant. So 10 pi thirds is just negative 1/2. Okay, so that's the way you can do it. You can also just look at, this would be 3 pi thirds, and this would be 6 pi thirds. So this would then be 9 pi thirds. So 10 pi thirds would just be one more in the third quadrant. So there's our exact value answer, negative 1/2.